You're watching this video on YouTube right now, which means at some point in your life you've probably thought about starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you've already started one. Maybe you've been about to start for the last 2 years. Maybe you told yourself, I will start when I have better equipment, or when I have more time, or when I know what my niche is. I want to have an honest conversation here about why most people who want to do this never actually make it. Not to discourage you, but because I think the real reasons are completely different from what everyone tells you. And if you don't know the real reasons, you will make the same mistake that killed 99% of the channels before they even start. So let's talk about it. Hello there, my name is Aram, and before we continue, please subscribe and let's get into it. First, let's just look at the reality for a second. There are over 800 million YouTube channels in the world right now. 800 million. You know how many of them have over 1,000 subscribers? Less than 1%. Less than 1% of all YouTube channels have crossed what most people would consider the first real milestone. Not viral, not famous, just 1,000 people who choose to follow you. That's the reality of this platform. And look, I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying it because I think most people walk into YouTube with completely wrong expectations. They see Mr. Beast. They see the biggest creators making millions. They see people quitting their jobs from YouTube money. And they think, okay, I'll just do that. But here's what they don't see. They don't see the years before breakthrough. They don't see the videos that got 40 views. They don't see the moment of almost quitting. They don't see the hundreds of videos that had to be made before one of them finally hit. So before I get into the actual reasons people fail, I want you to understand something. This is genuinely hard. Not sounds hard, but actually easy hard. Actually hard. And once you accept that, the conversation we are about to have will make a lot more sense. Okay, reason number one, why most people never make it. I call this content trap. And it goes like this. Someone decides that they want to start a YouTube channel. They spend 2 weeks thinking about their niche, another week setting up their filming space, another week researching cameras, another week learning editing software, and then finally they make their first video. It doesn't perform. And they think the problem was the camera or the lighting or the editing. So they spend more time improving the production. Better thumbnail, better intro, better music, and the next video also doesn't perform. Here's what's actually happening. They are optimizing the wrong thing. The number one factor in whether a YouTube video succeeds is not the production quality. It is whether the right people find it at the right moment with the right reason to click it. That's a distribution problem, not a production problem. Most new creators put 90% of their energy into making the video, and the 10% into making sure the right people find it. Creators who succeed believe that ratio. They think obsessively about who is this for? What are those people already searching for? What title would make them stop scrolling? What thumbnail would make them curious enough to click? And they make the video to match those answers, not the other way around. This is the content trap. Making content you want to make instead of content that solves a specific problem. for a specific person who is already looking for it. And most people never figure this out. They just keep making better and better videos that nobody finds. Reason number two, everyone tells you just be consistent. Post every week, post every day if you can. The algorithm rewards consistency. And I'm going to say something that's going to slightly controversial. Consistency is important, but it's not the thing. Here's why this advice hurts more people than it helps. When you tell someone just be consistent, what you are really telling them is keep doing what you are doing just to do it more often. But if what you are doing isn't working, doing it often doesn't mean doing it faster. I've been searching creators post this every single day and for 6 months and go nowhere. And I've seen creators post once a month and build a massive audience. The difference isn't frequency, it's whether each piece of content is genuinely useful or genuinely interesting to the person watching it. Quantity without quality of thinking behind it is just noise. Now, here's what consistency actually means. For the people who make it, it doesn't mean posting a schedule, it means not quitting when it gets hard. It means making video number 50 with the same intention and care as number 1. Even video number 1 through 49 didn't perform the way you hope, that's the consistency that matters. Emotional consistency, long-term commitment, not just a posting schedule. Most people quit somewhere between video 10 and video 30 because nothing has happened yet and they can't see a reason to keep going. The ones who make it are the ones who kept going past, not just because they were posting every day, but because they generally couldn't stop. Here's the cool part. The reason number 3, and this one is the deepest one. Most people fail on YouTube because of an identity problem. Let me explain what I mean. When you start a YouTube channel, especially in the beginning, you are putting yourself out there in a way that most people have never done before. You're recording yourself. You're publishing it publicly. You're opening yourself up to judgment. And the first few times you do it, it feels incredibly vulnerable. You watch your own videos back and cringe. You imagine people you know watching it and laughing, and you publish it, and then you sit there refreshing the analytics, hoping anyone cares. And when they don't, when the views are low and the comments are 0, most people interpret that as a verdict. They think YouTube is telling me I'm not good enough. The platform is rejecting me. The people don't want what I have to offer. That interpretation is wrong, but it's very human. And here's why it kills channels. The people who make it on YouTube have developed a specific identity. They see themselves as someone who creates, not someone who is waiting to be validated by views. They make the video because they are the creator, not because they need the video to perform in order to feel like a creator. That sounds like a small difference. It is actually everything. Because when your identity is, I am a creator, a bad video is just data. It tells you something to improve. It doesn't tell you something about your worth, but when your identity is, I want to become a creator, a bad video is a threat. It suggests you're not there yet. It gives you a reason to stop. Most people on YouTube never make that identity shift. They are always waiting for the views to tell them they are allowed to belong. The views don't come first. The identity comes first. The views seem to... Okay, now, reason number 4, the algorithm. Everyone talks about the algorithm like it's a mysterious, evil force that randomly decides to destroy your channel. It's not. The YouTube algorithm is actually very simple. When you understand what it's optimizing for, it has one job: keep people on YouTube as long as possible. That's it. That's the whole algorithm. So when you upload a video, YouTube asks itself, if I show this to people, will they watch it? And after they are watching it, will they keep watching more YouTube? If yes, YouTube shows it to more people. If no, YouTube stops showing it. Simple. So the question for you as a creator is, does your video make people want to keep watching? Not just your video, YouTube in general. And the two things that signal this most strongly are: number one, clicks through rate. When YouTube shows your thumbnail and title, what percentage of people click on it? If the thumbnail is boring, generic, unclear, people don't click. YouTube sees that people aren't clicking and stops showing it. Number two, watch time and retention. Once people click, do they stay or do they leave in the first 30 seconds? If people leave immediately, YouTube reads that as this video didn't deliver. What the thumbnail promised, bad signal, stop distributing. So here's what most failing creators are getting wrong with the algorithm. They are making videos they want to make with titles that describe the video and the thumbnail that look like everyone else's. And then they are getting low CTR because nothing about it makes someone stop scrolling. And even if someone clicks, the video doesn't hook them in the first minute. So they leave. And YouTube sees all of this and decides that the creator's video don't keep people watching. And quietly, without telling you, stops recommending them. This is not the algorithm being unfair. This is the algorithm doing exactly what it's designed to do. Fix your title, fix your thumbnail, fix your first 60 seconds. Everything else is secondary. The last reason, and I think this might be the most important one, nobody tells you the honest timeline for YouTube. Let me tell you what the honest timeline looks like. Month 1 to 3, almost nobody watches. Your videos get between 10 to 100 views. Mostly from people you know. The algorithm barely knows you exist. You are in the dark. More than month 4 to 6, if you haven't quit, you start to understanding your audience slightly better. Some videos get a little more traction. You might hit your first 100 subscribers. Still feels like nothing. Month 7 to 12, this is where most people quit because they have been at it for almost a year and they don't feel like anything significant has happened. But what's actually happening is the YouTube channel is building compound interest. Each video is a small asset. Each subscriber is a small signal to the algorithm. It doesn't feel like the progress, but it is. Month 12 to 18 for channels that survive to hear this is actually where something clicks. A video performs better expected. New subscribers start coming from the outside to your existing audience. The flywheel starts turning. Most people quit at month 3 because month 3 looks exactly like a failure. But it's not the failure, it's just the beginning of a process that takes longer than anyone admits. The creators who make it are not the most talented. They are not the most technical skilled. They are not the ones with the best cameras. They are the ones who stayed long enough for the compound effect to kick in. That's it. That's the whole secret. So let me bring this all together. Why do 99% of people who want to be YouTubers never make it? Because they fail, because they fall into the content trap, making videos nobody's searching for, because they misunderstand consistency, thinking it means posting schedule instead of long-term commitment, because they never make identity shift, waiting for views to give them permission as a creator, to be a creator, because they don't understand algorithm, so they optimize the wrong things, and because nobody told them the honest timeline, so they quit right before things were about to change. If you are watching this and you have a channel or you are thinking about starting one, I want you to hear this. The fact that you are still here, still watching, still thinking about it already puts you ahead of most people. Most people don't even get this far. The question is what you do next. Not tomorrow, not when the camera is better, not when you feel ready. Now, make the video, publish it, learn from it, make the next one, and keep going long after it feels like it's not working, because that's exactly when it's about to you. That's all I got for today. If this hits you, subscribe, because I'm going to keep having conversations like this. And drop in the comments, are you trying to start a YouTube channel? What's the thing that's stopping you? I actually want to know. I will see you in the next one.